out of all of the episodes of Adventures that we've had, which of them, maybe tell me the top two, three, right, that resonated the most with you, and why do they resonate with you?
For me, I have just two on my list that ranks so high for me, and that is the interview with Paul and the interview with Crystal. Yeah, so for me, the both of them they rank so high for me. And just also answer your second question, for the interview with Crystal, she made me see the idea of disability in a different light when she was explaining the issue that happened with her, with that daughter.
I gave birth to my first child with a congenital deformity, which led to the amputation of her leg.
And how that disability is a mind game.
Disability is a mind game. Anyone with disability can live a full life once they can work on their minds to realize that once they can have it in their mind, they can actually make it happen.
And it's a different, it's another level of ability, right, to a large extent. And just also add a few stuff to that. There are a couple of people, right, that currently do not have sight, right? They cannot see, but their other part of their body, or the other senses are extremely sensitive and sharp. For instance, we have people like Kobam Sasuko, for example, who would most likely call a disabled person, but he has also upskilled himself in other areas. Somebody like Inka Efele, for instance, also that we may most likely want to call a disabled person, but has channeled his abilities to different senses of his body. She also made a point clear during the interview about not doing it as a whole at once sometimes, right? Sometimes it's fine to take it bit by bit, right? She shared it in this way. She said, do the daring daily.
I tell people, do daring daily. If you want to eat an elephant, you don't have to try to consume it at once. Just keep doing the small bites, but let there be a consistent doing on a daily basis. It just helps you and moves you closer to the goal.
Take it bit by bit. You don't have to consume elephant at once. And you can take beef, one bite, but make the bite consistent. And for that of Paul, right, just to also explain that of Paul too, he made me see failure differently actually when he was explaining how he sold his wine accessories at his father-in-law's party for $1 and not $5.
The first product, as I said, was a wine accessory product. It was a complete failure, absolute dreadful failure. My father-in-law's birthday party, a barbecue in the garden, and up popped my phone. Oh, we made a sale, and within 20 minutes, I had 500 units as a test order. Within 20 minutes, I had sold 250
of the wine accessories, right?
But I'd sold them instead of $25. I'd sold them at $1 each.
That was for me really, really profound. And that is to say that no matter how the failure appears to us, we must take out a lesson from that, right? The accessory costed him, let's say roughly about $23 to make, but he sold it at $1. Not because that was not a perfect idea, but because there were still some things to learn about the idea of business that he has not really mastered at that point. But he saw that as a great chance to learn some other part of business. Also made a point about the fact that you can learn the big stuff. You can learn how to do the big stuff by doing the small stuff. He explained that by talking about how his friend, he was a children's school teacher in his church, and from them watching him do those stuff he was doing, for the kids, going over 1,000 people. From them seeing what he was doing with the kids, they could commit greater projects. He had to even at the point plan a conference for them in the church.
In the church environment, I was running a major program event on a weekly basis. It was like a 90-minute program, and the component parts within that program were on average 2 to 3 minutes each. So I had to plan that program on a weekly basis, plan a big visitation strategy, because we visited all the children that came. We visited 1,000 children every week. Then the church saw that I had that skill of managing many things, so they got me to manage the the church conferences on the side, and then they got me to manage property projects for the church as well.
Right, so we can learn the big stuff. We can learn how to do the big stuff by doing the small stuff. Then just to also add this, I mean, he made a particular point where he was saying, do unto others how you want them to do to you.
You should love your neighbour as yourself and do unto others as you would have them do to you. So I'm very much a people person. I guess transpire to ensuring that our products are safe, that our customer service is exceptional, and that we always give people the benefit of the doubt and fix problems when they go wrong.
Right, he explained that by saying that, I mean, it's a biblical term and biblical law, but it applies to business also. One of my top ranked episodes for now in Adventures.